Bon Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bon Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. Their extensive range of premium wellness products help you sleep better, perform better, have more energy, recover faster, balance hormones, reduce inflammation. The list is truly endless. So from blue light glasses to red light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bon Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern day way of life effortlessly with maximum impact. What's really cool is that Bon Charge ships worldwide and in rapid time. They have free shipping on every sauna blanket with no hidden costs. They have really easy returns and exchanges. They even have a 30-day trial, and they have a 12-month warranty. Go to boncharge.com/manifest and use coupon code manifest to save 15% off your first order. That's boncharge.com/manifest and use coupon code manifest to save 15%. We're driven by the search for better, but when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. So don't search, match with Indeed. If you need to hire, then you need Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, according to Indeed data, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. So ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so that you can connect with candidates faster. Listeners of the show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/manifest. Just go to Indeed.com/manifest right now and support our show by saying that you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/manifest. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Manifest with Tori DeSimone. I'm your host, Tori DeSimone. Happy Monday. I hope you guys are having an amazing Monday so far. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, then you will see I am in a new background, and that is because I moved. If you guys missed last week's episode, then you would have also missed that I moved, and I made like a little announcement in it, but not too much talking about the move. But I did announce that I started a new podcast, a second podcast with my mom. It's called Let Me Call My Mom. The first episode was released a week ago, and we just released our second episode on Friday. There will be new episodes every single Friday. So if you guys want to go listen to it, I will link it down below. As of right now, it's just on Spotify. Apple is giving me such a hard time trying to get it on Apple Podcasts. So I'm working on it, but it's on Spotify and on YouTube, which is linked down below. So if you guys want to go listen to that new podcast, you can. But I talk a lot in that podcast about how I moved. So if you're curious and you're like, wait, I think I skipped a step, I will have it linked down below and you guys can get all caught up on where I moved, why I moved, things like that. And I also uploaded yesterday on Sunday a moving vlog onto YouTube. It is a part 1 of 3 moving vlogs. So there's lots of content coming your way. And I posted on my Instagram story yesterday when I'm recording this. I posted on Tuesday. Like, I just had a bunch of promotional content going up on my Instagram. And then I just posted like a talking head story. And I was like, I'm really sorry, guys. I just feel like I'm posting nothing but spam lately, but I just like have a lot of things going on that I'm promoting. Like there's things with Stride, there's things with Manifest, there's things with Let Me Call My Mom podcast. I have YouTube videos going up. Like there's just like a lot of stuff going on. So I feel bad and I feel like I'm being super spammy, but I don't know. Like I got things to promote. I got things to say. There's things for you guys to see out there. And everyone was so nice. Everyone's like, it's not spammy. I love seeing it. And that just means the world when you guys say stuff like that to me. But anyway, that's not what this episode is about. This episode is really exciting. And today we are talking about morning non-negotiables to boost your mood and jumpstart your day. You guys know that I love talking about morning routines and daily non-negotiables and things like that. That is not a new concept to this show, and especially not to what I talk about. I even released a morning routine episode pretty recently, but I also wanted to put out a episode of non-negotiables. Whenever I do certain things on days, I notice that those days in particular are extraordinarily better than all of my other days. And it always comes back to certain non-negotiables of what I can do every day, no matter where I am, whether I'm home or I'm at the beach or I'm traveling or I'm at my boyfriend's house or like whatever it might be. There are things that I can do wherever I am that always ensure that I have a really good day, that don't need a super strict structure. I don't need certain products, things like that. And we'll get into that too. And I think that's really important. It just kind of helps me like control as much as I can of the direction of my day. Now, also with that being said, I posted an episode a few weeks ago saying that I was doing 75 hard, which I still am. And I will be honest, I'm doing it a little bit modified because there are certain rules that don't pertain to me. Like, for example, the no alcohol. I currently don't drink alcohol as it is, so that's really easy for me not to do. So I switched that one to no soda, no scrolling. Okay, great. Another example is instead of like the reading 10 minutes a day, I'm doing a daily meditation and journal. Okay, great. But what I'm really getting at is that like the 75 hard hasn't been a super extreme change for my lifestyle because I was already doing a lot of these things. Like I was already walking pretty much every day. I was already doing like a workout every single day. So like those two things every day, that hasn't really changed. I'm trying to like not like get Wawa or like fast takeout food like that. That hasn't been too hard either. There's definitely been moments where I'm like, I would go to Wawa, but now I just, go cook something, whatever. What I'm getting at is I wasn't doing this challenge to like get in physical shape or whatever it might be. It was to reprioritize routines and prioritize myself in a really busy season of my life. And this time of year is always super busy with the studios opening down the shore. I also just moved, so add a move on top of all of that. Like I just need to sit still for 5 seconds, but for some reason I don't let myself. And having the 75 hard on top of that has just been a way of showing self-love to myself during it. And I posted this on Instagram, but like what I've been learning the most during 75 hard is that I'm a very type A person in my brain in the sense that if I wake up at 5:30 a.m. one day and I have a really great morning routine and everything feels really, really good that morning, I will then begin to spiral in my mind of being like, okay, well, I can't do this tomorrow because tomorrow I teach a 7 a.m. yoga class. So that's immediately going to get thrown off. And then I get discouraged and I just get like frustrated when I can't do the same thing every single day. But I can't because that's just how life is. And like that's inevitable. And 75 hard has taught me to be flexible and able to adapt to certain situations. And that's where non-negotiables come back into the play because while a morning routine, I do have as much flexibility in my morning routines as possible. If you guys listened to my episode recently, you'll see that I have like a tier system. Like if I'm working out in the morning, this is what my routine looks like. If I'm working out in the middle of the day, this is what my routine looks like, et cetera, et cetera. So I have a different like tier system of morning routines, and that's just like to soothe my type A brain. But non-negotiables are even better for me for that reason because it's a way that I can still get everything that I want done in the day, but it doesn't have to be on a certain timeline, and it still makes for a really great day even if it begins at 9 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. or I do a walk out of order, quote unquote. You know what I mean? As long as I hit these parameters in my day, I always have a really great day. And it's always looped back to I tracked 7 things. So I'm going to share those 7 things today of what are my non-negotiables are for a really great day. So let's just dive in. The first one is limiting screen time. And I know we all know this, but it's really important. And I particularly mean this in the morning. When I start my day and I immediately look at my phone or scroll or even just very innocently watch a YouTube video because I want like a gentle wake up to my morning, it completely derives my attention to other things and it really easily influences my thoughts. What I mean by that is when I wake up, I feel like my thoughts are really pure and they're really for me. Like I wake up and I think what it is I want to do that day. I think how I want to work out. I think kind of like maybe what I want to eat, around what time am I going to eat. I kind of begin to think like, what do I have to do that day? What do I want to wear? Just like basic things about my day, and they have no chatter from the outside world. When I innocently watch a YouTube video or check something on Instagram, or I don't know, just like scroll, even if it's for 5 seconds, I find that my thoughts get influenced and I begin to maybe move some things around in my day. Or like I'll see a bagel sandwich and I'll be like, oh my God, I really want to go get that. So then I'll think of, when I can fit that into my day. And like it just automatically, the day doesn't become mine anymore. And that's been something that I've really had to, it's like a constant effort to not feed into that, because it can seem so innocent. Even if like I wake up and watch a Nick Bear YouTube video, at the end of it, when I'm out of it, I'm like, oh, maybe I should go for a run today. And like, yeah, sure, that's a great influential thought. But when I kind of already had like my whole day like sorted out for what's best for me, to then just, I don't know, be influenced is just not how I want to start my day. Like I want my days to be centered with my own thoughts. And yeah, so I will absolutely make sure that my screen time when I wake up in the morning is to literally check my Oura ring, track my temperature in natural cycles, and maybe play a game of connections. And then I get out of bed. And that seems to really work for me. The connections is kind of like that bridge between I'm still sleepy, but I want to get out of bed and I'm not quite ready to get out of bed. Normally it's like a game of connections that kind of gets my brain flowing a little bit. And then I'm good to go. It's been fun. I enjoy it. Okay, number 2, when I'm ready to get out of bed, I like to have a purpose. Waking up to fill my time with nonsensical things when I could be sleeping isn't worth losing the sleep over. So I always have something to accomplish. What I mean by nonsensical things, I used to have like 4:30 a.m. morning routine where I would wake up and I would read for like an hour, and then I would journal and meditate. And don't get me wrong, all of those things are really awesome to do. But I was waking up at 4:30 a.m. to do those things. Now, on a Sunday morning, if I had the time and I woke up at 8 a.m. and I could leisurely read a book, leisurely journal, leisurely meditate, I would absolutely take the time to do that. But I don't want to set a 4:30 a.m. alarm so I have 2 hours to read, meditate, and journal. Now, I do meditate and journal every day, but that only takes me about 10 minutes or so. And when I read, if I have the time to read in the morning, I will. I love it, but I don't like specifically wake up early enough for it. That's just currently right now my current stage of life. So for me, those like just waking up extra early to be lazy in bed isn't a motive enough for me to get out of, to lose sleep over. I would rather sleep. So what this means is I like to have a purpose when I wake up. So when I go to bed the night before, I always have something to do the next day. It doesn't even have to be the morning. It could just be the day. So I always make sure to have something planned, whether it's go for a walk, take a yoga class, log into a 9:30 meeting, record a podcast at 3 p.m. Maybe it's even just going to a coffee shop that day. Like I always make sure that every single day has a purpose, and it's so that I get out of bed that day. On the days that I have like nothing planned and I don't want to do anything, I will be like, I'm going to go get a coffee tomorrow at a coffee shop. And that gets me out of bed. Like it allows me to do the things that I want to do in my day to just feel better. And you'll like hear what the other things are. But if I don't have a purpose, numbers 3 through 7 simply don't happen, because it's like, well, why get out of bed that day? And then I'll be super lazy. And you guys probably heard my episode a few weeks ago when I was super, super lazy and I had a really bad week because of it, all because of one day. So I always like to make sure that I have a purpose when I wake up in the morning and begin my day. Like today's purpose was to go for a walk when I woke up, and then to record 2 podcasts. And then whatever time I went for the walk, so be it. Whatever time I did the podcast, so be it. But those are my 3 things and my 3 priorities that I wanted to do today. And it snowballed into a lot more than that, which is always typically how it goes and one of my favorite things. Okay, number 3 is sunlight viewing. And I talk about sunlight viewing a lot, but that's because I find it really important. I prefer to do this in the form of a walk, and I typically try to do it before 10 a.m. That's really the only parameter that I set. And again, I try to be really flexible with this. Bon Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bon Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. Their extensive range of premium wellness products help you sleep better, perform better, have more energy, recover faster, balance hormones, reduce inflammation. The list is truly endless. So from blue light glasses to red light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bon Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern day way of life effortlessly with maximum impact. By far, my favorite product from Bon Charge is their infrared sauna blanket. I love sauning, but the problem with the sauna is one, it's at the gym. Two, I normally like to sauna at night and I don't like to go to the gym at night. And three, I don't want to drive all the way to the gym just to sauna to walk out. I don't know why. I feel like the front desk people are like, this girl was here for 20 minutes and then she left. Yeah, I was, and I'm self-conscious about it. Okay, sue me. Here's where Bon Charge came in and solved this issue. The solution that I was thinking was, okay, maybe I can buy my own sauna, but they are so expensive and they're also really big. You can't really bring them anywhere. I'm at the beach half the time. Like it just wouldn't really make sense. So instead, I got the Bon Charge infrared sauna blanket. Oh my God, it solved every single problem that I had and it is the best thing I've ever done. So essentially what you do is you plug it in, you wait for it to heat up, which does not take long at all. Then you get in it. Your head stays out of the blanket and you can stay in this thing for literally ever and you get all of the same effects of a sauna. So you sweat, you get to like sweat out all of the gunk that's in your body from the day. I find myself really get way less stressed when I'm in the sauna blanket. I like to watch TV in the sauna blanket. Like I get all cozy. I put on the toast or Vanderpump Rules or something like that. And it's just really, really nice. It helps me sleep better at night. It's just seriously the best thing ever. It's also really easy to clean. So every time I get in it, I know I have a fresh, clean sauna waiting for me. It's just the best thing ever. What's really cool is that Bon Charge ships worldwide and in rapid time. They have free shipping on every sauna blanket with no hidden costs. They have really easy returns and exchanges. They even have a 30-day trial and they have a 12-month warranty. Go to boncharge.com/manifest and use coupon code manifest to save 15% off your first order. That's boncharge.com/manifest and use coupon code manifest to save 15%. We're driven by the search for better, but when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. So don't search, match with Indeed. If you need to hire, then you need Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, according to Indeed data, and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. So ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so that you can connect with candidates faster. And Indeed doesn't just help you hire faster. 93% of employers agree that Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites, according to a recent Indeed survey. One of the things that I love about Indeed is that whenever I'm looking for someone specifically for whatever role it is that I'm looking for, like let's say a podcast producer or a video editor, I can put on Indeed exactly what I'm looking for and exactly the qualifications that I'm looking for, like experience, how many years of experience, things like that. And they will send me so many people that meet exactly what I'm looking for. Then the hardest part actually becomes narrowing down who it is that I want to interview and who it is I want to hire ultimately. Leveraging over 140 million qualifications and preferences every day, Indeed's matching engine is constantly learning from your preferences so that the more you use Indeed, the better it gets. Join more than 3.5 million businesses worldwide that use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Listeners of the show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/manifest. Just go to Indeed.com/manifest right now and support our show by saying that you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/manifest. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed. Right now, because life is just like a little busy, I will squeeze it in whenever I can. Maybe it's while classes are going on. If I'm working the front desk at Stride Sea Isle, I'll go for a quick walk on the boardwalk at the beach. Or if I'm home, it might just be walking down to go get a coffee. Like it's whatever it looks like and however it looks like whenever I can do it. And I try to do it before 10 a.m. And again, I'm flexible with the time and the duration of the walk. It could be 5 minutes, it could be 50 minutes, however long I got. But this makes a world of difference. Like today, when I got back from my walk, I I don't know. I didn't even track my time today. If I had to guess, it was probably a 30-minute walk. When I got back from my walk, I just felt really great in my momentum to take out the trash, unload and reload the dishwasher, vacuum my apartment, put away my laundry. I made breakfast. I made a coffee. I sat down and answered emails. Like it just snowballed into other things. And also viewing sunlight not only is good for, you know, a whole bunch of reasons. It boosts your mood. It helps your circadian rhythm. It helps you wake up. It helps you avoid that afternoon crash. It's really good for your eyes to get the UV rays in your eyes. It also just gives you good momentum throughout the day. So I can't recommend a sunlight viewing more. Bonus points if it's in the form of a walk. And like I said, I try to do before 10 a.m. every day. Even on days that it is gloomy and overcast, I find I need it the most on those days, because a day that's sunny and warm, it's easier to get outside and easier to want to do things. The days that it's cloudy and overcast, and it's been raining so much here. Like this has been such a rainy spring. It's honestly been kind of very depressing. It's either really nice or it's just raining. And when it rains, it's raining for a week at a time. Like it's really kind of taking a toll on me, if I'm being honest. But on the days that it's overcast, I really need that the most, because otherwise I don't leave, because I don't want to go out in the rain. Okay, number 4, wash my face. I know I talk about this a lot and it seems like such a no-brainer, like duh, like yeah, washing your face feels good. But I can't even tell you how much this helps start my day. When I wake up and I have sleepies in my eyes, or like I drool when I sleep, so if I have like dry drool around my mouth, or my face just feels really tight from sleeping, washing my face is the wake-up call to my day. I just feel so refreshed, and it just feels like I took a full body shower, but it was just on my face. I don't know why this is so impactful for me, but it is, you guys. Like it's such a simple thing to do. And the days that I don't do it, I completely notice a difference. And the days that I do it, I carry myself differently. Typically what happens is I'll wash my face and then I want to put on like a little bit of gloomy lotion, or glotion, glowy lotion. What is that from L'Oreal? Whatever that product is, I always want to put that on, and then that makes me feel good. And then I want to like do something with my hair. Like again, it just sort of snowballs into other things. So doing that first act, like the domino effect, is really important. So washing my face is a really big one for me. Okay, number 5 is to make a morning beverage. This is really fun for me, and it just gives me something to do in the morning that is fun and an act of like self-love, and it seems like special. It can be a coffee, it can be a greens powder, it can be a liquid IV, it can even just be like dumping out my water bottle and refreshing it with fresh ice and fresh water. There's something about that is so nourishing, just making yourself a beverage in the morning, whatever it is. Smoothie, coffee, protein shake, it doesn't matter, but just doing that in the morning and then taking it like into your home office or on a walk with you or in your car if you're going somewhere, just having something that you made yourself that morning. I don't know what it is. It for me is so satisfying. And it could even be going to a coffee shop and getting a coffee if that's what, fills your cup, no pun intended, for you. But for me, just making a morning beverage is so key. And I just want to give a quick shout out to blueberry coffee. I'm in a huge love affair with blueberry coffee right now. Wawa has a blueberry cobbler coffee flavor. It's like the hot ones from the self-serve. It is so good. I put a little bit of the French vanilla creamer in there. Oh my God, it's literally the best way to start your day. There's something about it that's so good. I recently bought blueberry K-Pods, like K-Cups, for my house here. And it's so good. I'm obsessed. It's not as good as a Wawa one, but I don't know. Something about blueberry coffee right now has me in a chokehold, and I'm so obsessed. Okay, number 6, be comfortable and confident in what you're wearing and what you're in. So some days I feel really, really good in loungewear. Other days I feel really, really good in athletic wear. Other days I feel like getting really dressed up and putting on, a cute outfit, getting my hair done or doing my own hair, putting on makeup, things like that. But I have to actually get out of my pajamas. Even if I will wear pajamas, go work out, come back in, and then put my pajamas back on, it's the act of choosing to get changed into those clothes again. But if I stay in my pajamas all day and never change out of them, I find that I'm just a little bit lazier for the whole day. But even changing just once helps me so much. And it doesn't even have to be a cute outfit, because there's a lot more times than not that I will put on like jeans or a cuter outfit and just like sit around the house, and I feel like honestly stupid. I'm like, literally, what am I doing, Tori? Like, I just feel stupid. I look stupid, all these sorts of things. So sometimes I just want to feel really comfortable. So what I'm getting at is, as long as I feel confident in what I'm wearing, my day is going to be much better. And that's important to me. And finally, number 7 is throughout the day, nurture yourself. So a few ways I like to do this. Number 1, I like to keep hand lotion on my desk, in my car, in my bag, and I will just put it on all day long. It's a very simple act of self-care. It smells amazing and it's really nurturing. It also forces me to take myself out of whatever's going on at the moment. Like if there's an email coming in that's stressing me out, or there's a lot of like, I don't know, sub coverages, or there's a lot of, I'm having like a mental block scripting an episode, like whatever it might be. It just sort of takes me out of that moment, puts me back in the moment of like, let me just put lotion on my hands, rub it in, and then like smell it and then get back into it. It just refreshes my mind and takes me out of a mindset, even if it's only for 10, 30 seconds, a minute, whatever it might be. It just feels really good. So I have hand lotion with me all over the place. Office, car, bag, by my bed. Like it's literally everywhere, all over the place. And it's just a really nice way of self-care. It smells amazing. It's really nurturing. A second thing to nurture myself is to make sure that I'm eating. When I'm skipping meals, it means that I've booked myself too thin for that day, and I've spread myself too thin, and I probably should have said no to a few of the obligations that I have said yes to. So making sure that I have time to cook, sit down, and eat is really important to me. And it's self-love. And when you think about that, you think about each meal is like 30 minutes if you're cooking, eating, cleaning up, whatever, let's say 30 minutes per meal. That's an hour and a half every day that I'm taking out of my day to give right back to myself. And that kind of goes back to last week's episode of why don't you prioritize yourself? Like, why does that, when I say that out loud just now, sound selfish to me of like, oh, an hour and a half just to eat? Duh. Like, I'm a human being. I need to eat. And like, what else am I going to be doing? Like, yeah, there's other things I could be doing, but it's nurturing. And the days that are always really good for me are the days that I've always prioritized nurturing myself. And I think that's really important. So 2 ways to do this that are super simple: hand lotion and making sure that you're eating your meals, and not just like eating in the car, eating on the go, eating at your desk, like really sitting down and enjoying your meals. You don't have to be alone. You could eat with friends, or you could eat on FaceTime with someone, but like just, or I like to watch vlogs while I eat. Like that's the time that I like sit down, put on the toast, like watch it on the TV, whatever. That to me is like super therapeutic, and it's just like my me time, but it's an act of love and self-love and nurturing myself. And I won't make sure I don't forget it. And on the days that I do that, I always have really great days. So those are my 7 non-negotiables to boost my mood, jumpstart my day, and always just have like a really, really great day. I would love to know what some of your non-negotiables are, and if you guys are going to adapt any of these into your daily routine, give them a try. Let me know what you think. A lot of these are targeted towards the morning, but again, if I've learned anything through 75 Hard, is that I need to be flexible and adaptable. So this is what I've learned. I want to thank you guys so much for listening to Manifest with Tori DeSimone. I have so much in the description box, so check it out. I have this podcast, which you can listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, like anywhere that you guys get your podcast. Be sure to rate it 5 stars. Pretty please. It helps the show so much. I also have this up on YouTube, so I will link down below my YouTube channel to watch this on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe over on YouTube. Leave a comment. Say hey. I will link down below my new podcast that comes out every Friday with my mom. It's called Let Me Call My Mom. I'll link that below for Spotify and YouTube. While we're waiting for the other platforms to come up, listen to it on YouTube. I'll also link down below my personal YouTube channel, which I've been posting videos on again, which feels really, really good. So I'm really excited about that. I'll leave below my like to know it. I'll leave below my Instagram, just like all the links that you guys ask for and things of that nature. But I want to thank you guys so much for listening and always supporting Manifest and supporting me. I'm really excited for the episodes to come. I have some really amazing guests for my new series that I'm starting soon, Intrusive Thoughts. I cannot wait. And I'm just feeling eternally grateful for having so many amazing people that want to come on the podcast. It's just so humbling. So I'm really excited for that. And yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing Monday, and I'll talk to y'all next week. Bye, guys. Something that I talk about in this episode today is making a morning beverage and how it really jumpstarts my day into something amazing. So, depending on the day, maybe it's really hot out that day, or maybe I don't know, just didn't drink a lot of water at night, obviously because I'm asleep. I really like to make sure that I'm hydrated in the morning. And if I'm also drinking coffee, I definitely want to make sure that I'm hydrated before I drink my coffee. And that is where liquid IV comes into play. And it's also just so delicious to have a delicious flavor of a beverage in the morning. And liquid IV is one of my go-tos. I'm obsessed with it. So liquid IV hydrates you with benefits. You get electrolytes, you get essential vitamins, and it's clinically tested nutrients. They have 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, plus 8 vitamins and nutrients in a single stick. And it's clear why Liquid IV is the #1 powdered hydration brand in America. It's really, really fun to make your own liquid IV, and it's super simple. So it just comes in a pack. You open it up, you pour it in about 16 ounces of water, you mix it up and you drink it, and it tastes delicious. And this sounds crazy when I say it, but you just have to trust me on this. It tastes wetter than normal water. Like I can't explain it, but you guys have to try it out and tell me if you know what I mean. And if you know, you know, like it just tastes so incredible. So tear, pour, live more. It's that simple. 1 stick and 16 ounces of water hydrates you better than water alone. It's a Live Hydra science, meaning that it's a science-backed formula that's an optimized ratio of electrolytes, essential vitamins, and clinically tested nutrients to turn ordinary water into extraordinary hydration. It has 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink. It has 8 vitamins and nutrients. It's non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. My personal favorite flavor is the sugar-free white peach. I'm obsessed with that one. And I'm also cutting out soda right now, so I'm replacing soda with the lemon lime sugar-free liquid IV. It is so good. I'm obsessed with it. And I was just at Costco buying a bunch of stuff for my apartment, and I saw the sugar-free white peach there, and I bought a box because I'm just obsessed with it, and I wanted to make sure that I had tons in my apartment. I just really, really love them. They also have a proprietary amino acid allulose blend, and it's our innovative hydration solution with a 0 sugar and 0 artificial sweetener. So turn your ordinary water into extraordinary hydration with Liquid IV. So get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use code MANIFEST at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code MANIFEST at liquidiv.com.